Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Parshat Korach, the lie-detector test. Simple question. Familiar with the different midrashim about Korach. He was jealous about Safan. His younger cousin was appointed leader before him. He was able to tolerate Moshe and Aaron, his older cousins, having leadership. But when Safan, his younger cousin, was appointed, that was too much. He was enraged. The Medrash says that he saw through Ruach HaKodesh somehow that he would Shmuel would come from him. So he says, I'm a great person if I'm going to produce a Shmuel, and therefore it's important that I have leadership. Another Medrash, of course, says that he and the whole group of people, they wore the blue talit together, and they challenged Moshe about that, saying that if a talit is all blue, there's still need blue strings. And Moshe said, of course. And they said, why? The whole thing is to remember the blue, to remember God, and we already have it through the blue talit. Another Medrash talks about the mezuzah. They challenged him about a mezuzah if you have a room filled with psalm. So what was the real Korach? Who was the real Korach? And the lie detector question that I have is the following. If you would go to Korach while he's there, you put him on a lie detector test, and you say, Korach, what is your goal? Would he say, listen, I'm just enraged and jealous of my cousin Moshe. I'm looking to go ahead and concoct some reason to go ahead and bring him down so that I could go ahead and have my power. Is that what he would say? Or would he say, I'm really trying to save Torah Judaism, and Moshe is distorting it. A, he's taking power for himself, his family, and B, he doesn't have the right approach to Torah. And he's getting too fixated on the details of mezuzah. Every time you have a petach in the house, and opening the house, you need a mezuzah. It doesn't matter what the reason is. So to a tzitzis. So would he pass the tests? Would he honestly believe that he really is just L'shaim Shamayim? So it's interesting. When Hanoch Leiport says just that. In his mind, he was L'shaim Shamayim. Now let's go further with our lie detector test question. Right now, as always, Israel is being subjected to condemnations around the world. Right now, the BDS is very powerful. The boycott movement is very sophisticated and well-oiled machine. The movement that is gathering steam around the world to go ahead and protest against Israel. Israel's a rogue state. We're oppressors. All the people organizing the BDS, if you put them all in line to take the test, do you think you're being fair? Or are you just being anti-Semitic and you're prejudiced against Israel? I'd imagine most of them would say, no, we're trying to be fair, and Israel's just an oppressive regime. And you ask them, what about Syria, North Korea? They're fine, so you buy from them. No, it's different because this reason and that reason. Would they pass the lie detector test? I would guess yes. And you ask Obama about the deal. Do he really think this is the best deal for the nuclear weapons with Iran? Or really, is he just trying to have a legacy here and go, is it really ego that's motivating you? Say, no, I'm trying to protect the world. So we're left with an amazing question. Assuming that it is true, the premise, that these people all pass the lie detector test, from Korach to Obama and the nuclear Iran that he's going to let develop, it seems, to the BDS, to the UN, who just condemned Israel once again for oppressing the poor Gazan children. And all these people will say, no, I'm just trying to be fair here. And I think Israel is wrong. I think Moshe is wrong. I think he has a wrong approach to tzitzis, to talis, and the mitzvahs. So the big question is, how can a person ever get out of that loop where he does something wrong, totally off? Whether it's how he looks at Israel, how he looks at the Torah, the mitzvahs, he has some distorted and horrible idea, and yet he's convinced it's L'shaim Shamayim. Is there any way out of that loop where a person, because he has some bias against something, against the Torah, against Moshe, against Israel, or he has a bias towards himself, wanting to have his own legacy, and then he's going to go ahead and have a bad deal? Is there a way out of the loop where a person could go ahead and not have some crazy, distorted, horrible idea and still pass the lie detector test? It's Hashem in part 2 will address that question. Shalom.